Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel Zealocity, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting and why it is overhyped. Like in the fitness industry and in the nutrition community, people really want to hop on this intermittent fasting train thinking that I'm going to burn off fat magically, and if I do fasting, then magically everything is cured. People would like to really go crazy about this. And I was one of those people. Can you believe it? I was so pathetically stupid to believe all this, that intermittent fasting is magic, and I've actually made a video in the past about how intermittent fasting is so magical and it burns off fat, so like it melts off fat out and the fat just disappears. I've been one of those guys, and now I'm correcting myself because I've been reading a lot of research papers. I've been making myself more educated than last time. So Greg Do said, yo. In this video, I'm gonna be telling you the exact breakdown on why I think intermittent fasting is overhyped, and I'm gonna represent the right facts to you, okay? Before moving ahead, I would like you to know what intermittent fasting really is. Now, intermittent fasting really is just not eating, as the name suggests. Not eating in a certain time frame and then eating within a certain restricted time frame. It's also called TRF, time restricted feeding, right? So it's basically that you don't eat for, like, let's say 14 hours or 16 hours or 20 hours, and then you eat within 8, 10, whatever hours, okay? And that's how it's believed that eating in a less time frame is somehow magically gonna improve your insulin sensitivity, and that's how all the food that you eat causes less fat gain or also causes weight loss. A lot of people have actually done intermittent fasting and lost a lot of weight, and then on Instagram they go all crazy saying, wow, IF is the best, everybody should do IF and IF is magical. Now I'll give you an example of what essentially just happens while you go on intermittent fasting. On a regular routine, if you're on a regular eating pattern, let's say you're eating 4 meals in a day, okay? I have a very nice representation here as well. So if you can see, if you're eating 4 meals in a day, if your breakfast consists of 700 calories, your lunch consists of 700 calories, your evening snack, chai and cookies, I hope the cookies are looking like cookies and not just random circles. Anyway, so if you're having the evening snack, chai with sugar and cookies or coffee with sugar and cookies, that's going to be somewhere around 500 calories. And then you have your dinner, again 700 calories. And this is an estimation, okay? Some people are having way more than this. In total, you'd be consuming somewhere around 2500, 2600 calories with 4 meals. Let's say you go on intermittent fasting. You skip your meals for, let's say, 16 hours and you decide to eat only within 8 hours. You eat 2 big meals, and that's going to be 900 calories each. You're still eating 1800 calories as opposed to 2600 calories that you would be eating when you were eating 4 or 5 meals in a day. So you're eating 800 calories lesser than what you would do in those 4 meals. And this is how it works. It's about calories in, calories out. And yes, like the intermittent fasting and the keto community would like to really convince everybody that it's the insulin sensitivity and your hormones, your insulin, glucagon, your leptin, ghrelin, everything is balanced. It's magical because intermittent fasting really activates autophagy. It inhibits fat gain. Well, intermittent fasting is just a tool to restrict your calories, overall calories. Even if you're eating 4 meals in a day and still in a calorie deficit, you would lose the same amount of weight, same amount of fat as you would on intermittent fasting. It is not magically going to burn more fat than a regular calorie deficit approach, because an intermittent fasting approach is still a calorie deficit approach. When I say that calories in, calories out matters and you should track your calories for optimal fat loss strategy, I don't mean that other diets don't work on the same principle. Keto diet, vegan diet for fat loss, intermittent fasting, paleo diet, low carb diet, low fat diet, everything works on a calorie deficit. That's how you lose weight, because it's the principle, it's the law of thermodynamics, it's the law of energy balance. You would not lose weight if you are not in a calorie deficit. And you don't have to count your calories if you want to be in a calorie deficit. People are unknowingly in a calorie deficit, and that's how they lose weight. And that's the same that would happen if you count your calories and you know you're in a calorie deficit. That's the same that would happen because ultimately you're in a calorie deficit. I hope you understand this. And this is something which is very simple, but it's overcomplicated by these extremists and zealots, as we would like to say in the fitness community. Zealots as in they're overly enthusiastic about something, and they base everything on their sentiments, and that's how they ignore the logical aspect towards it, and they think that what they believe is the right science. I was one of those. I'm a very clear example of, I've been there, I've lived that life, I've breathed that air. Breathed, is that word? Breathed. Breath. I breathe the air.
I don't know.
Breathed. Breathed. Breathed.
Anyway, so I have inhaled that air, I have lived that life, been there, done that. So the whole point here is that intermittent fasting really works on a calorie deficit. If you're consuming less calories than your maintenance, you would still burn fat even while eating 7 meals a day. I've already made a very clear video on how to count calories, and this is the video. You can go check it out. It's really, really insightful, and it will really help you lose exactly same as you would on an intermittent fasting approach. So you don't have to do intermittent fasting and you can still lose weight just fine. Now, there are some people that do not like eating breakfast in the morning. They would like to eat a heavier meal later in the day for lunch. It's all right. For those kind of people, they can do intermittent fasting and they'll feel fine. That's all right. But if you love eating breakfast, if you're someone that feels crabby or that feels like pathetic if you don't eat breakfast, then eat your goddamn breakfast. Well, I had to change it. So you don't have to do intermittent fasting just because influencers and fitness dietitians and everybody is going to say that intermittent fasting is hormonal reset and it's going to magical metabolic effect or something. I couldn't come up with a good phrase. Anyway, if you don't like doing it, then you don't have to do it. You don't have to do what your favorite social media influencer is doing or your favorite nutritionist is doing. You don't have to eat like me. You can do intermittent fasting even when I don't want myself to do intermittent fasting. If you like doing it, then do it. If you don't like doing it, then don't do it. It's very simple. But it's important to get a good breakfast from a standpoint of muscle protein synthesis. It's better to include some protein early, like in the first meal of your day. You've been fasting for 8 to 10 hours anyway during your sleep. So first thing in the morning, it's always better to go for a protein, some protein source like eggs, cheese, paneer, curd, whey protein, plant protein, whatever you can consume. Anything first thing in the morning, that should really be helpful. Then later, have your lunch, and then that's how you can balance out your calories. You don't have to do intermittent fasting. Again, coming back to the same point here. And I hope you actually understand exactly what I was trying to say. I hope you understood the context. Go check out my other videos on my channel. I have made lots of informative videos about how calories, like why calories matter and how you can count your calories and everything. So go check it out. It will be really insightful for you and it will be really helpful in terms of you staying away from the misinformation. So that would really help you. That's it for today. I hope you actually found this helpful. If you did, hit the like button, share this video with your friends and family and your fitness freaks, fitness enthusiasts, and your girlfriend, boyfriend, anyone you want to share it with. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and hit the bell icon for notifications. I would be posting a lot of regular content. If you want to hit me up for my personal coachings or video consultations, then this is my Instagram. Go check it out and I would love to help you. And again, stay safe, wear your goddamn mask, eat your goddamn protein, and I'll see you in the next video.